Given technology the way it is progressing today, every 6 months there's an upgrade in technology, a new software comes or a new equipment comes or a new method of doing things comes, and you obviously have to learn it because that's a new skill in town. So you can't keep producing people who are updated on a day-to-day basis because that is something they will learn by themselves. For example, in our times when we studied architecture, there were no computers in the class. All of us came out with drafting skills, hand-drawn drawings and stuff like that. Within 2 years of coming out of the school, there were computers in the market. At that time, I remember you had to remove your chappals and shoes outside the computer room before you go and even touch the computer. It was like one deity in a puja room. All of us learned computer skills because it was a skill required to survive in the profession. That's a skill. So skills you will learn depending on which part of the spectrum you are in the job market. If a particular kind of skill is required to perform a particular kind of job, you'll automatically learn that skill. What a person can't probably learn out there when he's out there is probably the ability to think, which only a school can give him. At least it opens his mind to looking at things where you can think differently. And that, I think, is the biggest responsibility of educational institutions across the spectrum. I'm not restricting it to architecture. I'm saying across the spectrum. It is happening in schools. Schools are looking at alternative thinking. Schools are looking at alternative modes of education. It has to move into the professional bodies. It has to move into the higher education system where you're producing people who are thinkers and not just doers. And that is the only edge you can give them if they have to survive in the so-called job market of tomorrow. Is the architectural education system today producing what it was producing then, and is it right for today? It is definitely not right for today. It was right then because the numbers were small. The only guarantee today is you have to be good at what you do. And that good at what you do only comes if your thinking is right. If your mind is open to looking at newer ideas, newer ways of doing things, that is the only guarantee that you have in any field today. Added to that would also be the fact that when you say you're good at something, it also implies a passion in the process. And that passion is something which only a school can provide. Along the way, probably 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, after a degree or after something, people also develop passions along the way as they get interested in doing things, whatever they're doing. Nobody's denying that. All of us remember our teachers who were good in college. Maybe one, maybe two. But you remember them because they ignited something in you. They made you think something differently, hence you remember them. That is the job of a school, to be able to ignite that little thing in your mind, which then becomes this passion that you call as a big word, which you carry for the rest of your life.